Let's go.
What's up, DJ fan? Welcome to another video on our channel. Welcome to another episode of Start to Spin. My name is Diego, also known as DJ Pretty Boy, alongside my boy Shay, also known as DJ Shay. And together we open this spot to talk about DJ related content such as product reviews, tips and tricks, just tell our stories and share it with you guys so we can share some knowledge. So if you're a new DJ or a seasoned DJ, this is the spot to be. And with that being said, let's roll this intro.
Yo,
Yo, what's up, fam? Welcome to another video, man. We're back. We took off for 2 weeks.
we're back.
Things happen, and we just needed like a refresher on ourselves. So we took 2 weeks off. But yeah, we're back, and today I wanted to talk about the other part of the part two of answering questions about DJs, because I go into like a lot of Facebook groups and like Instagram groups and stuff like that, and I just gather a lot of their questions, and I put it here to see what you guys' thoughts are. So we'll go with that, and then later on we can talk about like some stuff that it's been going on, or like maybe like some purchases that we're looking into. Because I got a couple things that I'm looking into, and
That's always fun.
so yeah,
We're always looking at new gear, even if it's like we don't need something, but like, hey, this could be nice. This could be nice.
yep. I'm always looking at new gear, and I'm always like, do I really need this? Like,
And being on YouTube doesn't help because everybody's posting, hey, this is the newest thing I got. Look at this thing I got. So that doesn't help.
yeah, no, that definitely doesn't help. Let me go ahead and okay. So we have that. Let me go ahead and do this. Then, right, you can see.
Yeah, I can see that.
Think like this better, or which one's better?
I think this looks good.
Okay. All right. So let's go into the first question. And so I saw this DJ was putting, "Hey, I'm a new DJ here. What are like really good DJ pools that you would recommend?" So Shay, what DJ pools do you recommend or that you use, or like what is your thoughts on this? How
Dude, well, okay. So before I was using DJ City. So the reason is I do a lot of the Indian events. So DJ City actually has some like Indian remixes and stuff. I've had BPM Supreme in the past too, so I like that one. But the thing I'll say now, so especially now that there's Spotify on Serato, I actually and since I've basically downloaded a lot of the music that I need, I only have my DJ City subscription, and then I've been using Spotify on Serato for a lot of those like random songs, that like I've had a Spotify for a long time. So I started using that, and that's been really cool. I mean, you don't want to rely on streaming, obviously, but it's nice, and it kind of replaces having needing access to like multiple different record pools. So yeah, so far just DJ City, and then a lot of the Indian music also is just available online. So yeah, I like the Spotify. How about you?
So for me, when I first started, I started with BPM Latino. And then I went to BPM Supreme because I needed both. Because again, I mainly DJ Hispanics, like Latin music. Yeah. So the BPM Latino made more sense to me because I was just DJing, Hispanics. But then I decided to broaden my horizons and start playing for Americans too. So I was like, oh, damn, I need something like to get good music, good quality music for the Americans. So I went to VPN Supreme, but then I got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm not getting like the music that I wanted because I was looking more into like the 70s, and don't get me wrong, VPN Supreme has a good catalog of 70s, but I was looking for like really like old songs, and I couldn't find it there. So what I started doing was I went to different DJ pools and see which one would have the most songs that I want, and then I would like subscribe to that one, download everything I need, stop, and then go to another one. So I've used BPM Latino, BPM Supreme. I use DJ City. I use my MP3 pool, Latin remixes. Where is this other one? AM something, AM
I don't know
remix,
that one.
mix something like that. So yeah, so I hop around different DJ pools, but if for any new DJ, and if you're not making like a lot of money right now, I think like the best source that you can start with is BPN Supreme, because it's only like $30. Or
Mm.
I don't know how much it is now. I don't use it no more.
Yeah,
But
me either.
if you do like the BPN Supreme and BPN Latino like all together, which I don't know what happened, but before it was all in one, and then I guess they realized that they can make more money splitting them, so they split them. And
Mm.
it was like 20 for each, and then at that point I was like, that's stupid. Why would I pay that one? Before it was $20 for everything. So
More
now
money.
60 or no, no, right, not 60, like 40. I think it's like $40, and then you get BPN Supreme and BPM Latino. I think
Yeah.
I'm not 100%
Here,
sure.
let's shout out our boys here real quick. Smiley's in the house. He said, I checked every week and y'all weren't on. Glad to see y'all back. I know, man. We've been gone for the last 2 weeks. Smiley, our old faithful, man, he been checking. Sorry about that, man. But glad you checked again one more week and we're back, man. We took the last 2 weeks off.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for popping up again, bro.
And Electro Boys, I think that's Chinchillin. That's his
Yeah,
burner account. But
yeah.
Chinchillin's back too. What's up, Chin? Thanks for stopping by, man.
So, hey guys, what DJ pools do you guys recommend for a new DJ? Like I said, I recommend for a new DJ just starting out, you'll be really good with BPN Supreme, because and if you have the money, you can get the BPN Supreme and BPN Latino and start downloading like like their playlists and stuff like that. For the money, that's the best that you can do. Now, if you have a little more money to spend, yes, DJ City is fire. It's a really good DJ pool, and I feel like DJ City is more towards like club DJs, like the music that is in those remixes, like the bass, the music in there. It's more punchy. I don't know. It's just like what I
Yeah,
feel.
it has good remixes for
Yeah,
sure.
that's a lot of really good remixes. But what you get in BPN Supreme and BPN Latino, you get an intro, outro versions, acapellas, but of the song, like simple intro, outro, and then the song in the middle,
Yeah,
and you can have an acapella. But right nowadays you don't need that, because you can just do stems and just use the acapella and whatever, like the drums or the bass, whatever.
yeah.
Uh, but yeah, so DJ City is like the most like known one around everywhere, and it's expensive though. I do gotta say it's expensive. I think it's like what, like 990 or 120 for 3 months or something like that.
I
But you
got
have to pay those 3 months.
Yeah, you
You
gotta
have
buy it a few at a
3 months.
time. Smiley also agrees with DJ City. Seams is underrated. I don't know what Seams is. Have you heard of
And
that?
no, no. So he's saying that it seems like DJ City is
Oh, it's
underrated.
underrated. Okay.
I don't think it's that it's underrated. I think it's just too pricey for what people look like. So for me, DJ City, it's not a wedding DJ pool. I
Mm,
feel like it's more for clubs and like I don't know. I just had that feeling when I listen to the music. It's more upbeat, more punchy, more like. Don't get me wrong, it's fire. It's a really good DJ pool. It's just that to me, I feel like a lot of people want to listen to like the songs that they know from the radio,
that's
not
true.
the remixes and stuff like that you can get from DJ City.
That's true.
So
I just looked
something.
it up. DJ City is basically $30 a month, and then if you buy like 1 month, it's like $35 a month. So
Also, but now you can do 1 month, because
yeah,
when I
that's
checked like
what I just saw.
before, when I hop onto it, it was you had to pay $90 because it was 3 months.
No, it said 1 month access, $35. Yeah, so
Do they have
maybe
a
it's changed since
another
then.
thing though? Another thing, and this is huge. BPN Supreme and BPN Latino has unlimited downloads. I think with DJ City you have like only like 30 or something downloads, but BPN
I
Supreme
think
is
it
unlimited.
depends. I think it depends which one you have. Let me see here, because it says, yeah, see, so DJ, no, full access, 250 genres. I don't know. It doesn't say.
But I think they have a cap. They have a cap of downloads. Yeah, but like I said, BPM Latino and Supreme. I think it's as many as you want to download. So I like that too, especially when you're a new DJ, you have no music. You need a DJ pool
Yeah, unlimited
that you can download in unlimited.
All right, let's see here. We got Adrian in the house too. What's up, Adrian?
For all my wedding needs, I am happy with BPM and download from Amazon.
Amazon, okay. I haven't tried Amazon Music.
I haven't tried Amazon either. That's interesting.
But yeah, thanks for coming by, DJ Adrian. And Electro Boy says DJ City, BPM Supreme, or specialized online stores like Beatport and Bandcamp. Oh damn, he's covered them all. General music retailers like iTunes and Amazon Music record pools. Hey, so wait, that was he covered all of them, bro. And then we got DJ Troll, you clowns, in the building again. What's up, DJ Troll? He got a few more words this time. Troll, you clowns. I don't know who he's talking about as talking to calling clowns, but we'll see. He says, "What's up, bitches?"
Yeah, what's good, Troll?
Hey, what's up? What's up, Troll? See, Troll's transparent though. You gotta respect that. He's a troll. So
I love that. I love transparency. So that's good.
When Troll's in the building, you know what's up.
All right, so we have Adrian and myself go for BPM Supreme because again, and then you say DJ City.
DJ City, yeah.
Okay, and
Spotify is streaming.
It's a DJ City, but also, and then what's it called? Not Smiley.
Chin,
yeah. Chin said. He said everything.
He does everything, so he uses all of them.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's the next one?
So the next one is, what is the best way to set up cue points on tracks?
Ooh, good one.
In learning. So this
how do you do it? Yeah, how do you do it? I feel like we talked about this a long time ago. It's been a minute though.
Yeah, we brought it up, but the way we do it. So okay, for me it depends on the song, but on every single song, minimum intro, and so 159. That's what I call them. 159. So the beginning, the middle of, so that your intro is usually is either 8 or 16 bars.
Yeah.
So 1, 8, and 16. If you look at least for me, if you look at in Serato, it's number 1, number 5, and number 9. Number 9 is when the song starts. So I have one in each one, and I have one on almost at the end. So if I need a loop or something, I can just hit on that and loop it. But when I have several songs that I like to quick mix, so I put cue points on the places that I know I'm gonna push in the song. So when I start mixing, I don't want like the whole song. I just want one part of the song.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, on on our lives before, sometimes there are songs, especially from TikTok, that people or like kids only know one part, like 10 or 15 seconds of the song.
Yep.
So there's no point for you to play half of the song because they don't know it. They only know that part of the song. So having cue points on those specific parts of the songs that you want, especially when you're quick mixing. When you're quick mixing, that's very, very important to have cue points, exactly where you want to start, where you want to come out, and sometimes even have an extra cue point at the beginning, because obviously it's going to help you with your intro if you have an intro and outro. If you don't, just do not a cappella, just do instrumentals, and then once you beat match, boom, throw in the new song. So that's how I have my cue points set up. I have, again, 1, 5, 9, and at the end 1, just in case. And for quick mixing, there's a good bunch of songs that I have for quick mixing. I have it on specific parts of the song that I know I'm going in and going out.
Yeah.
How do you do
I
it?
think ours is similar. Let me hit these comments first. Chinchillin says, I remembered when I first started DJing, I used YouTube MP3 downloader because I'm broke. Yeah, I think we've all been there at some point.
I still use that because like I said, some Peruvian songs are so like from motherland that you can't
Yeah.
find it in any DJ pool, and so I have to use YouTube for that. And I use the MP3 downloader.
Yeah, some of those ones. And then Smiley said, bro, I used to use YouTube MP3 back in the day or Blogspot websites. Blogspot were pages people would post mix albums or MP3s of hits. Oh, I never used that, but kind of the Indian music is similar. Like you can download it off websites like that. So I think that's probably similar kind of situation.
Yeah, so
And said, because I want to save my money to buy new equipment to make my setup look good. Yeah, it's obviously saves a lot of money.
in that instance, so like when I have to download music from YouTube because there's no DJ pool for the type of music that I'm playing for like this this parties that I'm doing.
Yeah.
When I download them, it goes into my hard drive. It doesn't go into my computer. So I have it separated because one, probably not gonna use it again, and two, I don't like to have that type of those type of music because that's like a last resource type of thing to have. So I don't really
But yeah, but regarding, let me see this. And then he said, I still use it today because there are not good songs there I want, and for my clients too. So I think he's saying the same thing. Like he uses it for when there's like the specific songs that his clients need. But yeah, regarding the cue points, I think what you're describing is basically how I do it. And that beat jump feature, if you guys don't know about it in Serato, like really, really helpful because what I'll do is I'll basically go to the part of like the beginning where the lyrics start for the song, and then I'll use that and I'll set a cue point there. Usually the cue point number 3 I'll set there, right where the lyrics start, or right when the recognizable part starts, wherever I want to start the song.
Yeah.
And then I'll do the beat jump and I'll jump 8 beats back, and I'll do my cue point number 2 there, and that's kind of like my my last like my safety cue point. And then I'll go, from the first cue point where I wanted the music to start, I'll go 32 beats back, and that'll be where I'll start the song usually. Or in some songs you don't have 32 beats, you only have 16 beats. There's 16 beats and the song starts. So either that 32 or 16. If I'm doing the 16 beats, I'll put an auto loop there so that I can loop that, because I like to be able to play it like at least I like to tease the song, or like play the beat or something. And usually most songs, right, I'm playing originals for like probably 85% of the song that I play. So they usually either have the 32 beat intro or the 16 beat intro. In situations where they don't have either of those, I'll make a little note for myself. Like if it just starts with the lyrics, I'll make a little note, and then now with stems, I'll like use stems in the beginning to just have the beat only, and then I'll turn it off onto the instrumental, and then when I want the lyrics to start and I'm transitioning, I'll put a note for myself, like I'll say lyric intro, so I know when I look at that song that it's not just the beat, it's gonna be some words and stuff. So I don't like too many like the words clashing. So on those, when I have that note there, I'll put the instrumental only while I'm transitioning, and then that way. But I still keep that 32 beat or 16 beat thing. And that's just how I do it. So I know either if I don't have the 32 beats, I know I have at least a 16 beat with a loop.
Yeah.
And then I can use that to transition between songs. And then my outro, because sometimes I'll put a cue point for when I commonly do an outro. Mm-hmm. That I don't do all the time. If it's a song that I like use a lot, or something where it's kind of tricky where I have to mix out, then I'll put the cue point number 4 where I want to start the outro, and that's usually like 32 beats. So I'll write that in. How you can label cue points too.
You can make a note on
make a note on the cue point. So I'll put cue point number 4, which is that yellow one. Cue point number 4, and then I'll write 32 out or 16 out. So I know, okay, I have 32 beats for an outro here, or I have a 16. Because sometimes I'll get surprised. I was 16, and then another part of the song, whatever. Some of the songs don't always fit the the formula. So I'll put notes in there so I know that, like, hey, this one's a 16 out, this one's a 32 out, etc.
So just to give you like an idea of like the songs that three songs that I have specific cue points on when I want to start and stuff like that. One is Fireball, because I think like the first part is like just dumb, and until it says Fireball. Dun, dun, dun. So I have the cue point. My cue point is when it says Fireball. So that, and then like if I use Gangnam Style, it goes whoop on Gangnam Style, right?
Yeah, so you'll start it there.
And there's a one point in the middle of the song or something where there's a break. There goes and stuff for like a second, and then it goes like whoop on Gangnam Style, right? So right when that thing happens, when that hits, then I'll play like Fireball, but from Fireball instead of saying whoop on Gangnam Style. It's gonna say
like a transition.
Either that or also the Don't Start the Party, because I have a cue point on. Are you having a good time? Yeah, can't help that song. So those are three songs that I have a specific cue points on parts of the song where I just really like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
boom.
that's a good one. I like that because I feel like that would be that's a good transition. I might try that with the Gangnam Style to Fireball.
Yeah. And
I think I did the same thing because I don't remember how Fireball starts, like the verse, but I think I had the same note where I skip all that stuff. So that would be an example where I'd put the stems only, I'd do the instrumental only, and then I would be mixing, and then I'd deactivate the stem right when it gets to that I'm a fireball, and then because all that other stuff, the verse is like not fun. People don't really sometimes, right? The verses people don't recognize either. So when the next song starts, I want people to like be able to know what song this is.
Yeah.
Because if it's like a verse and they're like, "Oh, what song is this?" You can tell they're kind of like dancing around, but it's a really popular song, but the verse just isn't that popular sometimes.
Yeah, another song that I also have is "Sexy and I Know It."
Oh yeah.
It starts very like
girls are looking at them. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's better when like there's a drop on all these songs that I'm telling you. It has a drop. So once it drop, instead of playing like keep letting it play, boom, play the other song.
But actually, I do that for "Sexy." I know though. I started, when it says "Girl, look at that body," "Girl, look at that body." I started on that time. So I'll instrumental before that, and then when it gets because people know that "Girl, look at that body" part, and then the drop comes up. So that on that one, that's how I have it. Where so those are like those ones exactly like you said. Like there's a little bit different. It doesn't fit that formula, but I'll put a note for myself, and they're like, oh. Lyrics in the intro, so I know, okay, that means instrumental them out because I don't want lyrics to be playing.
Yeah, for sure. And again, when I say I'm quick mixing, it's when I'm already like either at the peak of the time where like the crazy hour for like Hispanics. It's called crazy hour, and like the idea is to play all different genres, just a little bit of like picks of songs, right? So you don't really have to beat match because as long as you're playing the right songs, they'll keep dancing or whatever.
Yeah, very true.
I try really, really hard to like beat match all my songs and stuff like that. And it's fun, and it keeps you like working. It keeps you having fun instead of just like boom, 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 just switching,
yeah, but definitely like picking the song is the bigger priority than like
so and another thing, when you guys do that, when you guys start putting songs with specific cue points, practice it. Like practice it at home. Do it the way you think it will go, like it's nice and smoothly. So when you get to an event, you can do it out of memory, because you don't on an event is really it's very difficult too. Sometimes it gets in your head. You're like, oh my God, what if it doesn't come out right? Because sometimes I've done like I've been mixing, and to me it sounds good in my ears, and then when it's coming out, I hear that it's not right, so I like turn it down again. And I was like, wait, no, sounds wrong. So, those little things. But if you just throw the songs out there without like just practicing it, I think that you could have a hard time. And the beginning.
That's why I try to, especially new songs that you haven't played before. But then also on the flip side, that's why having like a system for your cue points, like I have a standard system like that. So I know that like, all right, even if I haven't tried mixing these songs together before, I know that, I have this much of an intro. When this outro comes, and now with stems, dude, it's so easy because it's like, all right, I want to start transitioning. I don't know this song is gonna start having weird lyrics. I'll just hit instrumental on it, so that way it's like I have more time to mix it out because now it's just the beat's just playing. I can transition. The worst for me is like I start transitioning and then like the verse on the song I'm trying to go out of starts playing and it starts like clashing with everything, So now stems makes it a lot better too. It's like even if let's say it's not like the part where you wanted to transition, it's like you can make that into a transition part by just turning it into instrumental there.
Yeah. Chat, let me know how many of you use stems heavily. I do.
Yeah, I definitely do too.
I have too much fun with stems.
All that stuff. And then I love those like the ones where it fades out the like the vocals, like
Oh,
it's like
you're talking about the effects.
yeah, like it echoes the vocal out.
The stem effects, yeah. Yo, chat, let me know in the comments who uses. Do you guys use stems like heavily, or you guys are not for stems? Because I'm telling you, man, I use it a lot of times. Oh, see, Adrian, he doesn't use stems.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's fun. I think it's fun to use it.
It's a good tool. Like now, it's like almost instead of I still use EQs, like bass and stuff, because it's different. But I feel like EQs and stems are like almost like I use stems the same way I use EQing now.
Well, yeah, you can blend them together. And Troll says he uses them a lot. So
yeah, and it's cool because so it's like to clients they don't know like stems are a thing, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say not flower. I'm not talking about no flowers, man.
He said no. He said no seeds.
No seeds though.
No, but like stems makes it seem like you're doing like magic up there because they're like, oh, whoa, what a crazy transition, blah 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 blah, and it's like they don't know that just a push of a button now you can isolate vocals. So they think you're like making some crazy mashups live and stuff,
Yep. Well, I mean, you still gotta think about it and make sure that it matches up correctly, even though
it's like so much easier now.
Yeah, it is. All right, so let's go to the next one.
All right.
So, what is the best way to handle a guest coming up to you and asking to change the song because it's not working, while clearly the dance floor is enjoying it and the guest is being a bit rude about it? How do you deal with that? Because this happens a lot.
Yeah.
A lot on events. And Chad, you go ahead and put it on the comments. How do you guys deal with it? So in my case, and it happens to me in almost every single Hispanic event, once they're really drunk, there's always that one person that just because they say an adult that doesn't like reggaeton, and you see the dance floor, like all the kids, I want to say like 15 and up, they're dancing, enjoying, or like dembow, they're having fun and they enjoying that the dance floor is busy, and that person's gonna come and say, hey, can you change that, man? This is not good music, blah blah blah. And I'm like, do you see? I'm like, are you looking at the dance floor? And he's like, yeah, no, obviously they're kids. And I'm like, yes, and that's why it's a quince. It's for them, not for you. Like I don't understand. And another thing is just like sometimes they're just like really rude about it. And when they get rude, I'm just like, Pee-wee, handle it. I don't have patience to handle it. So I just tell Pee-wee to handle it. And Pee-wee's like pretty good. Or I tell Randy, I'm like, yo, don't let it get close to me.
Bouncer.
Pretty much. So yeah, that how I handle it. I just tell them, look, man, it's working. It's working for them. What song do you want, or like what type of music do you want? And then I'll play it eventually. But right now, I'm catering for the kids. Mm-hmm. So, and like I'll talk to them. But if you're nice, if you come out to me in a rude way, fuck you. I'm not gonna listen to you.
Yeah, I'm the same way, and it's like it always depends on the person too. But I generally I do the same thing. I'll be like, sometimes I'll just be like, I'll say, I'll look at the crowd, but it depends what energy they come with. Because if the guy's all like drunk and belligerent, I'm not gonna give him as much attitude back because that's probably gonna escalate things. So what I'll do is like I'll say the same thing. I'll be like, I'll be like, oh no, this is what if it's a wedding, I'll be like, oh, this is what the bride the couple wants right now. I'll go back to that music later. Um,
Yeah,
or like if it's a kids party, like, oh no, now we're playing music that the kids like now. I'll say that, like, make it not like that, oh, this is what I want to play, but like, this is what they want right now. So I'll play it again a little bit. I'll play your stuff a little later. I'll play your stuff a little later. And then sometimes if an opportunity comes to go back to that stuff, or if you really see like the dance floor starting to die, the energy's sort of going down, and
yeah,
you're gonna make a change anyways, it's like, all right, then I'll go to that music, and I always shout out whenever those kind of people make me play stuff I don't want to really play. I was
yeah,
like, all right, we got a special request from this guy. All right, come on, everyone. And then that way, it's like that always works really well for me. Like, I always like that, because it's like, even if it's like a really bad song or something, that everybody knows that this was a request like
yeah,
from that guy. It's not like something that I wanted to play necessarily.
yeah.
So I
So
always
and
do
don't
that.
get me
I always
wrong,
do that shout
and
out.
don't get me wrong. I love song requests. I love the fact that people come, like, they feel comfortable to come up to us and like, hey, can you play this song or this genre or whatever? It's fine. Like, it's for them, so they want to enjoy it. They want to listen to that type of music. As long as it fits, as long as it's fit into the event, it makes sense. I'll play it. I have no problem with that. My problem is with the way you come at me.
Yeah,
And
that's the thing. Different
like,
people
it's
come in different
different.
ways.
It's different if the guy or the lady, drunk or whatever, comes up to you and says, "Hey, can you eventually play this type of music or whatever?" But hey, can you change that because that sucks.
Yeah, or when they're looking at you like this.
And they do this. Yeah.
Like, this one guy was doing this, and he started like making faces at me like this, and I was like, I just looked at him like, dude, like I'm just like, bro, what the like? And then his friend was like, all right, dude, like redirected him, because he could see that I was like, I was getting like annoyed by him.
Yeah.
Here, let's do it.
Because he
Let's
gets
do
it.
this here. Okay, you're talking about, I love the echo out stem for vocals or beats. Yep, that's a great feature. Adrian said I would smile and nod and say that it will be coming, and to just be patient. Yeah, that's a good way. Just tell them, oh yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it soon. Don't worry, I'll play it. And okay, they'll go away. Play it soon. Some people will stand there until you play it, though. But that's that. There are a few people that would do that. So then you have to
It's
readjust
annoying.
that.
It's annoying.
You
It's
have to
annoying.
find another way. Chin says it's annoying. Yep, it's annoying when it comes drunk. Yeah. And with the drunk people, I just kind of like try to like make them I'm on my, hey man, yeah, I'll play. Don't worry, dude. I got you. Like, I'll try to act like their friend, because drunk people, I just like, you don't want to escalate them. Just like, oh yeah, bro, I got you, man. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you. Go.
but there's two different type of drunk people.
Mm-hmm.
The nice one, the respectful drunk. You can be drunk and still be respectful, or just be like an asshole.
Yeah, yeah,
The asshole ones is the problem. Because I don't mind if you're drunk, you come up to me and hey, can you play this song? I'll play it if it fits, or if I'm like you said, if it gets to a point that I see is dying down. Okay, I'll play. I'll shout him out and say, okay, we have a request. Boom, I'll play it, and it's fine. But the way you come up to me takes with that, just that dictates whether you're going to be granted or not. Just
yeah.
the way you
For
come up to
sure.
me. And in order to get to me, in order to get to me, you need to pass three
That's when
weeks.
it helps. That's when it really helps, having two people, for sure.
Yeah, I just don't like. I like it again. I like when they come and request songs and things like that, because it also helps you. But it's just how you do it. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly. That's
how you
how
do
they do it. That's the thing. It's all about how they come up to you, the energy they come up to you with. And honestly, like, I haven't had to do this, but like, if it got really like a severe situation, like this guy was super drunk, he was getting like belligerent, he was like grabbing my laptop or doing stuff like that, like, like, wasn't going away.
Uh-huh.
I would honestly, I would get to the point where I would like turn the music down and be like, hey, like, does anybody know who this is? Like, so we need to come get him, otherwise I can't keep the party going. Like, I would say something like that. 'Cause it's like, what do you do otherwise when
Okay.
it's just like you have nothing else? These people sometimes they get physical, they touching shit, like,
Yeah.
then at
Well,
that point you gotta, then you gotta do whatever you gotta do.
it's in my contract that the first if I'm seeing that thing like that, first time is a warning, and it's a warning to the client. I'll tell them, hey, this person is acting up, blah, blah, blah. The second time, I just unplug and I leave, and they're responsible to pay me. So it's on my contract that.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's with us doing private events, they're their guests. Like these are they're their guests at the end of the day. So it's like if you can't control your guests, like I can't perform basically.
Yeah.
And Buddy's in the house. What's up, Buddy? Buddy says, "Hey, I'm a DJ. Can I hang out with you guys?" Yep. There you go. You get those people too all the time.
Woo! Yeah, you get that
one. Is part drunk music and Jenny Rivera too. I remember that.
Oh yeah. If they ask you for Jenny Rivera, it's because they want to get lit. Jenny Rivera and Grupo Firme, those are like just to get drunk parties. Yeah.
And then Buddy says that's what he would say at a gig. Yeah, I don't mind people like hanging out with me, like if they're being cool, Like
let me ask you a question.
Around. Like I'm not gonna like.
Let me ask you a question too.
Yeah.
When you get someone at the event telling you, "Oh yeah, I'm a retired DJ," or "I'm also a DJ," do you feel the pressure? Do you feel more pressure or no? I do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I feel pressure.
I usually don't, because the times it's happened to me, I'm like, oh yeah, you're a DJ, cool, nice, man. Like, I'll be like, oh, I'll start asking them questions like, oh, what controller do you use? What if it's an older guy, then I know, like I don't like, it doesn't matter. But if it's a younger guy that sounds, oh yeah, I'm DJ, I'm like, oh, I'll start asking them a question. What controller do you use? What do you do this? What do you do that? And usually most of the time they're like not. So far, they're not like a DJ, like they'll be like, maybe they do it for fun or something, or it's some guy, somebody who's like retired and maybe they DJ'd like back when they were in college, like 50 years ago. But I haven't had anyone that's like a serious, I don't know, like I haven't had someone like you, like a you at one of my events or something, at least that I know of. I saw some of the other DJs might stay quiet about it too. Like if they're like really a known DJ, like someone who still does it, they might not be like all up in your face. Oh, hey, I'm a DJ, blah blah blah.
Yeah. So for me, in that sense, yes, I do have there's been a couple of times where they're like, "Oh yeah, I have a."
Oh, whoops.
Well, what happened?
I don't know. I backed out of the. I backed out of the stream for some reason.
Oh, okay. Well, for me, I do feel the pressure sometimes, and at least for the times that I've gotten like to speak, the dad of the bride was a retired DJ. He's like, oh yeah, I've been DJing in the 70s and 80s, and I use like like the vinyls and things like that. So like those type of DJs are like the hardcore ones. You know what I'm saying? Like vinyl ones, those like crazy.
Like purists. They're more like the purist DJs.
Yeah. So I was like, oh damn. And then right after the event, he just came out to me. He was like, man, you did an amazing job. Like just hearing that from somebody else that's also a DJ, it's amazing, bro. I was like, wow, another DJ praising you. That's crazy. That's so, I don't know. I think it's just cool. But at least for me, it does put a lot of pressure on me. I mean, aside from I'm already putting a lot of pressure on myself, and I'm like my worst critic when I'm DJing, and that just gives me a little more pressure. But at the end of the day, you still do you. Once you're in the zone, you don't think about anything else. Like I totally forgot that he was a DJ. I would just do my thing, and then it worked. So that's
yeah. And then
so,
let me see what Buddy Chin Chin says. The other band of music, they'll sing while they're drunk too. Yep.
Yeah.
And then 2 tape decks. Oh, that's what I use. Yeah, it says that's why you get those guys or the vinyl guys. So even if like people that are like their only experience DJing was like whatever tape decks or vinyls, it's like seeing now like how DJing is and how fast you can mix beat matching and stuff. It's totally different game than what you could do with vinyls and stuff. He had to take care of me. LOL. I just wanted to hang. Yeah, you always get those guys that just want to hang by the DJ booth, but I don't mind. I just let them chill there. Sometimes I'll talk to them when I can, but I'll just do my thing, and they're just standing there.
Yeah, exactly. Me too.
Smiley said, "Shoot, I get told they're DJ at the end of the event, but to come by and compliment." Yeah, that's good when it's like they come up after the event and tell you they specifically go out of their way, to tell you did a good job. And then Smiley said, we are getting a lot of DJs and venues wanting to make business with us as they see we're offering the 20 by 20. Oh, he got it. I remember he just had the 12 by 12 before.
Oh yeah, so he had the 20 by 20.
So he got the 20 by 20. Nice, man, making moves. Had a few calls with venue owners and DJs, a few contracts. Damn, dude. And
Nice.
that's the one you're charging like a pretty hefty amount for that too. And then someone said, my favorite part of DJing is watching drunk people dance. It's kind of funny, but extremely careful with them because they get angry or rage. No, it is fun. I mean, so the drunk people are fun when they're not crazy, when they don't get crazy, is because they're dancing to your music. They're like your number one fans, you know. They're on the dance floor and having the time of their life. So
this right here, Bobati says, someone putting drinks on your bass, dude. That pisses me off. Like, it's common sense. The bass,
I don't know. Yeah, people just look at it and they see a table.
Yeah, like they start dancing and then they're like, oh, where am I gonna put my drink? And they put it right on top of the bass. And then they turn around, they're dancing, and literally you're seeing the damn drink just
Yeah.
So bro, when I see that, we take it off.
Yeah, the drink. I'll just take them off and I put it on the ground. Have you bought those signs yet? I remember you were talking about it. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about the signs.
But you know why I haven't put those signs or bought those signs? Because the Mount 44 G2s, the way they are set up is like the pole thingy, or not the pole, but the speakers are in the front. So it's like this.
I know, but I still have people that'll put it on the back.
I know, and they still put the damn cups there.
Yeah. Dude, I had this idiot, dude. Oh my god, this photographer put her freaking camera on my Maui 44. And I was like, oh yeah, you don't want to keep that on there when the bass starts, it's gonna fall off. I'm like, your camera's like $10,000, you dumbass. So she lifted it up, and the freaking camera scratched my thing, left a black mark on my freaking sub, bro.
Oh.
I was like, fuck. I was like, dude, this freaking idiot, man.
You know what happened to me? Like I finished a baby shower. It was a baby shower, and the little kid, man, was like, can I help you? Can I help you? Like making stuff out. And I'm like, no, thank you. I got it. And he's like, no, come on, let me help you. I'm like, all right, grab anything. Grab that bag, that like the cable bag that's not heavy, because I have two cable bags. So like, grab that cable bag. And he grabbed it and put it on the little doll on my dolly. I was like, cool, thank you. I turn around and he grabs like the speaker part of and that was heavy, bro.
Wait, what of the what though? The LD? The Maui. He grabbed the Maui.
He grabs the well. It was already on the.
Oh,
it was already packed up. Ready
the bag.
Yeah, the bag. So he grabs the bag with the Maui, the speakers, and he fails, bro. He drops my joint, and
oh my god, dude.
Well, I take care of those. I take care of my mouth.
Yeah, I know, dude. This is crazy.
And when he dropped that, look, my heart, bro. My heart dropped.
You went straight to the speakers and left the kid.
Yeah, I literally picked. The kid was on the floor. I picked up my speakers and I was like, I got it. The only thing that it kind of saves it is like the Maui's. I don't know if the 22s, the 28s does the same thing, but it has a little foam thingy for the sticks, for the little metal.
Yeah.
Okay. So that I put one in this end and the other one in this end.
Yeah.
At least like it balanced.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it hurt me really. It hurt me a lot to hear the.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, man. I was like,
that's why I'm like, I don't let. I mean, like people ask about it. Like, oh no, it's okay. But yeah, sometimes these kids or something. Yeah, but Smiley says, yeah, we charging $3,000 for it, dude. That's legit, man.
Yeah, I also don't like. The only people that are to help me is it's Pee Wee and Randy. That's it. Nobody else. When they ask for if they can help us, I'm like, no, I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
If they insist, I'll have like carry the cable bags. I don't care for that, or like the X10 thingy, or you can carry the freaking Rogueville totems. You can carry that. If you drop it, I don't care for it. So those things.
Like I'm trying to buy flex stands anyways. You go.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm like, but yeah, no, I don't like, because what if they like they're carrying it and they trip and they fell and they break their head or something, like
Yeah, it's not. It's a liability thing too, for sure.
yeah. So I'd rather not. But
Yeah,
anyway,
but
go ahead.
it's not. Yeah, it's not. He's charging 3K for his 20 by 20, dude. That's dope, bro.
I still think that's kind of cheap, but
That's his promo price. He said it's arriving in January and he's promoting it for launching in February. Nice, man.
so
That's a good. That's gonna be a big. If you're already getting contracts for that, then it's gonna be popular. Chinchillin says as a Hispanic DJ, there's a lot of Modelo drinks on top of our speakers, and we had to deep clean it so it doesn't smell.
yeah, no, they don't put
Ooh, that sucks, man. If someone spilled a beer, there's always, dude, at the end of the night, like there's always alcohol underneath my speakers. Like like I don't know how it gets there, but the bottom feet of my speakers are always wet at the end of the night. I'm like, I don't know what is going on, but it's just wet. Like,
yeah, it happens. So and
and
they
then
also
Buddy says all
smells.
beer smells. I don't want it on my gear. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
me neither. And on that same event, they dropped cake on on the side of the sub. Oh man.
Someone was on the dance floor with cake. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, and then they dropped it. So that sucked. But anyway, let's hit the other one. So, do you take payment upfront for the client or after the gig? Half. Do you have a contract? I guess all of us have a contract. We all have a contract, and the way I do it is I take I take 500 upfront, and then the rest you can pay it off until the day before of the event. I don't care when you pay it, as long as you pay. I know there's people that you have to pay it off a month before, 2 weeks before. I tell my clients, I don't care when you pay it, as long as you pay it before the day of the event. So that's how mine works. And yeah, we do. I do have a contract.
Yeah, I'll say I'll do the same thing. Yeah, contract. I do 20% up front to book, and then I say 2 weeks before they have to pay the rest. This is for weddings. And then for smaller private events, I still take the 20% deposit, but I say you can pay me on the day of, like for house parties, like
Yeah. Oh, house parties are different. Yeah, you get a
they do. Yeah, that one is, yeah. But I'm trying to do less house parties. But yeah, weddings, definitely it's 2 weeks ahead, and then I'm not strict about it. Like I got people delay payments about a week or whatever, but I don't charge late fee. But yeah, they have to pay before. Otherwise, it's like in my contract, like I don't show up basically. So
okay. Yeah.
that's made it not been a problem for me for weddings ever.
Yeah. So for me, is as if I don't get like the payment the day off, and I'm already at the venue, I don't do anything until I
Yeah.
get paid. But so
Yeah.
usually every like on weddings and quinces, I've gotten paid like the day before. Very rare is that they don't do it. It's just house parties and things like that where sometimes it's just the day off, and they're like, oh, let me pay you like right here, right now, like after the event and whatever. I mean, I'm already there, and it's a house party, so
Yeah,
I
house
don't
party, and it's like, hey, like I somehow this one guy was like, okay, I finished the party, and I trusted him, but he was like, oh, is it okay if I send you the payment tomorrow morning? And I was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, but it's all right. I just want to get out of there. I'm like, yeah, it's all right. I'm like, by the way, I know where you live, so don't, it's okay. I trust you. I
yeah,
said as a joke. But that's the thing with house parties, you literally have their home address. If you need to send them mail and stuff, you can literally just like send them
yeah.
whatever mail, a collection kind of mail if you need to. So house party, I'm a little more flexible like that. And then, but weddings, yeah, you want to pay. All the other wedding vendors are usually collecting in advance too. So people shouldn't give you pushback on that.
And again, for me, like house parties is a win-win because one, it's money that you're coming in, but at the same time, I get practice, live practice.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't mind it.
But Smiley says we posted on Facebook Marketplace. Okay, so it's been getting traction there. Buddy does 300 down. Some do payments. Like split it up in payments.
I never had that, like a client doing like paying like 4 times to pay the whole thing. It's usually twice. Like, the deposit, and then boom, they pay the rest that day before.
Yeah, I haven't had anyone ask either. I mean, I'd be down to do it if they just want to split it up, but I haven't had anyone ask same thing. So I'd be down. Like, hey, if you want to split it up into 4 even payments, it's you can do that.
Yeah.
Adrian says, I take a deposit just like you, pretty boy, and we'll take payments for the week before. Okay, so seems like we're in agreement of that. Buddy says balances due day of, most pay weeks before. So do you do it? Like, do you collect day of, like before you start, or you'll take it after the wedding as well, buddy? And then Chinchillin says, whenever I DJ some clients of mine, do pay me after we're done the party. Yeah, like I said, I'll do that for the small house parties and stuff. But yeah, weddings. The reason I don't like to do it after at weddings is because like you just ended the night, whatever. They just got married.
Think of.
Yeah, it's the last thing you want to talk about. Or if there's how much is it, and they don't have the amount. Like you don't want that extra thing to be that kind of the last thing for the couple. At the end of the night, the end of their wedding. And also your last sort of interaction with them. I was like, oh yeah, thanks for having me. Well, you were great. Blah blah. Done. And you don't want to have if you have to have an awkward conversation. I'm not trying to have that with a bride and groom on the day they got married after the reception when they're super tired. That's why, and it's usually more amount of money too, for the wedding and reception. So they're usually not, carrying cash on them or something. So that's why I won't do it after. For weddings, I definitely don't want to do it after or talk anything like money related on the day of.
Yeah, me neither. That's why I say you have until the day before the event to do the final payment. Day off, you don't have to worry about anything. It's already paid or whatever, and then it is what it is. So let's get the next one. What's your prep routine the day or a day or two before the event? Do you prep your sets fully, organize your crates, test transitions, rest up, or you just go with the vibe? So what's your process for a wedding, pretty much?
Basically, for me, there's prep happening ahead of time, but the week of a wedding, I'm just like in full prep mode for that, whatever wedding is I have that weekend, Oh shit! Okay, hold on. Wait, we might have to get to this comment first. Though. Hold on a second. Adrian says, "Bust open envelopes." Yep. And somebody says, "Y'all won't believe what happened. I got into a brawl at a quinceañera with a guest. Oh shit! The client rented out our projector and our photo booth. Yo, what? So,
what happened?
Smiley got into a fight with a guest at a quinceañera. I'm assuming this sounds like it happened recently."
Yo, Smiley, you can't just say
that. We might need to get him on here next week and talk about this then, because this is
yeah, that's
I haven't heard. That's wild, man. Buddy's asking a good question.
Yo, Smiley, let's get you on the next show, and next one's gonna be DJs versus clients. That's what we're gonna call it.
Could DJ versus clients SmackDown?
Right?
Oh my god. Bro, hold on. All right, we got a little sneak peek here. We got to hear some. That'll be our. Let's see, Smiley. If you're down, let's do it next week.
So Adrian, Adrian preps his music the Monday before the wedding. Oh wow. Okay, so you know what? I've never really thought about how much time I take, but I usually when I know like a wedding is happening, like the week of the wedding, like Monday, Tuesday, I'm already like putting stuff together. Now, I don't make playlists for each event, like set playlist. Like I'm gonna play this and then like second set. I don't make sets. I guess I have a playlist with all of the songs that they want, and then I go from that. Like I just remember what they want, and then I go with my flow and start throwing out some of their songs. So do I start with one of their songs? Yes, I want to start 1, 2, or 3 songs that they chose. I'll start the event with that, and then I go to my stuff, and then periodically be throwing their music in there and include. So that's what I do. But I don't have I don't prep like playlists. Like I'm gonna play this on the first 30 minutes, and then I'll play this on. I don't do that. I just go by the vibe. Do I rest up? No, I don't rest up. I think I have problems sleeping. I can't sleep that much. So, and my crates are not organized. My like I have a like I said before, mine says BPN Latino, and then all of my music, all my Latin music is there, but I have them by name, song name, artist, BPM, key, like everything is in order, but everything is in one thing. So when I search for music, I just I just literally use the search thing. I'm like, okay, Titi me preguntó, poo, and I just put Titi, and then it comes out. So because that avoids me thinking like in what folder I have it. Everything is in one thing. All you have to do is type like some part of the song, like the name of the song or the singer, and that's how I do it, and it works for me.
Yeah, I like having the genres too. But hold on, hey, we got some details here in our sneak peek for next week. So Smiley said, I'm with my wife and daughter talking to the client and her sister. Some random guy came and grabbed me from the neck and dug his nails on my neck. Ooh. I told client to get him away. I began to sock him with an unopened Coke I had in my hand. Damn. That's crazy. Then he says, cops were called. Wow, man. We're going to have to hear about how this happened, man, and who this guest was, because I'm sure there had to be some buildup. Like he must have come up and requested something, or there must have been something that happened. So we're gonna hear about that next week, guys. So
and the craziest part is that your wife and your kid was there too. Like, damn.
yeah, they were this. So maybe this was a family event or something.
I don't know. What did Shin said? He said, normally I ask clients to send me their music so I can prepare and edit music. Oh, so yeah, well, obviously I think we all request for them to send a playlist to us. But again, I personally, once I get their music, I spend like a day or two just making sure that I have all of those songs into a folder, and then from there I go based on the vibe. I will start with like two or three songs of their out of their playlist. Then I go to my stuff and I start playing. And then every now and then I've been throwing their music. So I try to hit as much as their, especially when we get to the quick when I get to the quick mixing part. That's when I start throwing like a lot of their songs.
Yeah, I agree.
So okay, so what else we got here?
We got a lot of things.
We are weeks before we have a meeting with the customer to go all over the music, just the call out songs. We are also go over the timeline. Yeah. So that's another thing. I hear that there's quite a few DJs that have a meeting with the client to go over songs, like the music. I don't do that. The only time we go over songs is for introductions, first dance, and all of that. But when it comes to the party part, I don't. So I don't know. Maybe that might be something to. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, he says just the call out song. So I think he means like the big. Like I go through all the songs like for first dance entries. This I'm like, okay, like these are all the songs. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But not necessarily. I mean, the playlist. I mean, not like all the intricacies, but I'll basically ask them like, because usually I'm doing like it's mixed American with Indian music. So I'll be like, okay, how much Indian do you think you want? How much American? What's your crowd? So I'll talk about like general stuff like that. But I think that's what he means by call out songs, kind of like the big ones, like First Dance, etc.
Party works. Okay, so he's working on the December wedding with the music, and they're having a meeting.
About a month out.
Okay, then so at least for me, I have a like my requirement or the way I like to work is I have 2 weeks before the event, I jump into a meeting with them. We set up the timeline. If there's no coordinator, we set up the timeline. We do the songs and all of that. By that time, I'm expecting the playlist that they have, so I can have time to prepare and all of that. So yeah, so 2 weeks before, a month before, that's pretty. I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that's
He's a hello Starbucks. Oh, okay. So also, so he meets them in person. I don't meet nobody in person.
Yeah. I'm only time I met a client. Yeah, I never met a client in person, like to plan.
Yeah, me neither.
Smiley says, okay, we got some more context. The food thought I was hitting on his girlfriend, the client's sister. Okay. So that could be another topic too. When we were just talking about how the photo booth was and we were ready to shut it off at 11:30 p.m., we dropped it off and came back to pick it up. Oh, yeah, that's wild, man. So you thought you were talking to the client and his sister and you were hitting on them. I
It's
mean,
because
yeah,
it's because you're smiley. That's why.
yeah. Smiley was like making the girls smile and laugh too much. That's what was happening.
Yeah, plus, I'm
Hey,
turning 24
I'm,
this
make, I'm
year, and
making my girl happy.
so we probably get drunk and celebrate.
Oh
Hey,
damn, Chinchillin, you're young.
hey, you're very young, bro. We
Chinchillin
all up here.
24.
We all.
He put the sad face, man. You're still young, bro. Don't worry about it, man. You're 24. You're good. That's dope, man. Happy birthday.
Okay, so let's hit the other one. When is it okay to drop a song instead of beat matching, or should it always be beat match?
All right, this will be the last one for me because then I've got to go.
Okay.
But I'll start with this one. I think we kind of talked about this one, but yeah, song selection is number one. You know, at the end of the day, it's like, you know, whatever you play bangers, people songs that they want to hear, like it doesn't matter. The thing with beat matching though is a lot of the times when you're like just flowing. So if you're in the 130s, you're usually staying, those are the high energy songs. So it's like you're usually staying in that vibe for a little bit. So 130, 130, 130, you know, you can beat match all those songs. So sometimes it's like it works that the next song that's probably the best song is also going to be in that BPM range. But for a lot of the sing along songs that people know, really, like I'm not beat matching those. I'm just, you know, fade in, fade out a lot of times. Or when we get into that sing along phase of the night, or you know, people want to sing along to all those like, you know, classic songs. It's like I'm just playing one after another. You know.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, especially on the when I get into the crazy hour or la hora
Mm-hmm.
loca, that's when I don't really care too much about beat matching as long as
Mm-hmm.
you choose the right songs. So that you on that in that instance, it doesn't matter what songs you use or how do you transition from it. But besides that, I think at least minimum beat matching is like the most important part to keep the flow going. You know, to keep the same flow instead of like messing, especially with Hispanic music, because especially like salsa, those are like specific steps that they have, and if you just go from one song to another song just like that, you know, just fading in and fade out, you kill the flow. You kill the flow, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it needs to be like, so salsa is like one of like the most difficult genres to mix, and because you need to know and understand how, when, and you know the specific times when you want to transition from one song to another song without jeopardizing the flow of the dance, because again, it's very like it's all together. It's very like there's steps to every single thing. So it's very difficult. But when it comes to transitioning, dropping it on the one, or like not even beat matching, I think like hora loca, or like when you're on the peak time, you can go off, and you know, like it'll be fine if you just don't beat match and just play another song. Just make sure that the song that you play next, it's as good as the one that you played before.
Yeah.
So people don't really pay attention to, oh, it didn't sound like nice, but they're more into like singing the song that they went to. So
Yeah, I agree. That's why it just depends on the song. You know, depends what phase of the night you're in. But all right, it looks like we got. Buddy said, give them proof the music. We give them earbuds. Oh wow! So he does it all in person. He'll like give them earbuds to listen to the music and stuff. So that's
what?
that's very in depth. I've
Yeah,
never
that's
done
cool.
that. Smiley says Smiley's down for next week. All right, so we got our show and we got our guest and our topic for next week. So if you
Yeah,
want to hear a crazy story, come next week. We gotta have a crazy story courtesy of Smiley.
DJs versus clients.
It's not clickbait. This is legit. You heard that story, man. He was hitting a client or a guest at a wedding with a Coke can. So that's legit, man. This is not clickbait.
That's fine.
Adrian said, "Have a good night." All right, guys. Yeah, thanks
We need
everyone.
to see Adrian
We're
too.
back now. We
We got
took a
some stuff.
2 week break off, but now we're back and we're gonna be back next week. So we'll see you guys then.
All right, man. Have a good one, guys. Thank you very much.
Peace.
Peace and love.